The OAS Foreign Trade Information System, SICE, was established in 1995 and is currently one of the main sources of information about foreign trade in the Americas. On the website, one will find information about trade, economic integration, and investment in the Americas. Our service is freely available in the 4 official languages of the OAS: English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. SICE is a modern and complete information system which has a database of more than 20,000 official documents used by government offices, representatives of the private sector and academia, and the general public. Home page. This is the home page of SICE. In the main section, one will find the latest news relating to the trade policy of the OAS member states. SICE regularly updates this section with the latest official news available. The information is presented in chronological order and is kept in a news archive ordered by month and year. At the top right-hand side of all the SICE web pages, one will find links to the home page, sitemap, search, and what's new. Press the Enter key or click on the search button. In the upper right corner of the SICE web pages, one will find red buttons indicating that the same information is also available in other languages. Trade agreements. The trade agreements section comprises the complete official texts of multilateral trade agreements, texts of the WTO, the documents which establish the legal framework of customs unions, free trade agreements, framework agreements, and partial scope agreements in force in OAS member states. The agreements are classified by the type of agreement and are listed in alphabetical order by country, beginning with the member countries of the OAS and then the countries or blocks outside of the region. Included in the columns to the right are the date of signature and the date of entry into force. At the far right of the page, one will find links to the section on trade agreements by country. One can find official sources of information at the bottom of the page. In SICE, one will find the indices of trade agreements disaggregated to the level of chapter, section, article, etc. Clicking on any element of the index will take one to the corresponding section of the agreement in HTML format. Also included in the index of each agreement are the date of signature, entry into force, a link to the corresponding page in Trade Policy Developments, and an index of principal issues covered in the agreement. The PDF version of the agreement is also included when available. Complementary documents such as annexes, appendices, and protocols are also included. The PDF version of the agreement starts downloading after clicking on it. Trade disciplines. This section covers the following disciplines: anti-dumping, competition policy, dispute settlement, electronic commerce, intellectual property rights, investment, services, and technical barriers to trade. The sections are developed with the aim of easily locating points of contact, statistical information, and national legislation of OAS member states in the corresponding disciplines. Trade policy developments. In the Trade Policy Developments section, one will find documents related to developments on policies and instruments that regulate trade activities of the OAS countries. The following areas are of particular interest. Agreements under negotiation. This subsection covers from the beginning of the negotiations until the signing of the agreement. Agreements signed but not yet in force includes developments which have occurred after the signing until entry into force. Trade agreements in force, where information related to the execution and implementation of the agreement is included. As an example, a visitor is interested in reviewing information about the free trade agreement between Mexico and Japan. The page includes a narrative of the developments in press releases and other official documents. Links to official sources are included at the bottom of each page. The page also offers a chronology of events related to the negotiations from the start to the implementation of the agreement. The section on the right-hand side of the page covers the latest events related to the negotiations and includes an index to the contents of the page. When the agreement is in force, a button is included that provides access to the official texts of the same. Countries. SICE has prepared unique pages for each one of the OAS member countries. Included in each are documents about trade policy, trade agreements, bilateral investment treaties, disciplines, trade-related links, and links to trade statistics. Resources. SICE also has tools that will facilitate the understanding of trade, glossaries of trade terms, links to information about trade, trade and gender, Caribbean Trade Reference Center, and studies performed by the Tripartite Committee, IDB, OAS, ECLAC. In order to receive feedback from its users, SICE has the following means to enhance communications with the Internet community: an active presence in major social networks, notifications delivered to registered users each time the website is updated, an online survey that facilitates the constant improvement of the quality of the information available on our website.